Howdy there, fellow Shadow Priest. Hope everybody is enjoying the TBC grind or not enjoying it if you're not playing it. Either way, retail is kind of dead, so it's hard to find content and hard to find 3 SKUs and really hard to stream lately, and I kind of miss it. So I wanted to make a video showcasing this Moonkin Spriest comp. I think it's really disgusting, crazy damage, super hard to kill. If you're looking to push some last minute rating before 9.1 hits, maybe get your 2100, 1800, or possibly elite weapons, this is a really great comp to play. It's super forgiving. You can basically do whatever the fuck you want and mostly win. You are completely like a PvE damage rock comp, so the quicker you can get into void form, the quicker you can dot all 3 targets, the quicker you can do a setup, the better. So right here, we're going to go balls to the wall. I'm going to trinket aggro, grip the trap, go into void form as soon as possible. The priest gets the dome off. Good play by him. Maybe I kind of stunned too slowly, but either way, we start hitting whatever isn't in the dome. I get the mind games as he walks out, silence him, and look at that Moonkin's DPS. Holy fuck. Essentially, the quicker you do your crazy damage in the opener, the quicker it comes back off cooldown later, and you can rot teams down. Imagine that 7k DPS coming out and dampening when healers are already struggling. You should be able to secure a kill as long as you can play defensive enough to live that long. I don't typically like to play comps like this, where your main objective is just to essentially do nothing and live. Like as you see in the opener, I silence the mage's poly, he trinkets, I stun him. Just trying to stop their setup here. This is Combust, it's Avatar. Just doing whatever you can really to slow the enemy team down, because you're not always going to win in the opener like we did in the other game. It's more so going to be like a slower pace game where you're looking to stop their pressure, and then your damage is going to be almost more impactful than your CC. It's great if you can get your CC off while you're doing a lot of damage, but you're not going to have like scripted goes like as God comp. If you fuck up 1 or 2 goes a game, you're actually just going to lose because you won't be able to force the necessary cooldowns. But with this comp, we have enough raw damage to kind of just power through, even if we play a little sloppy. Like we definitely are playing sloppy here, or I am at least. Always good in a rock comp to dot the healer. You're going to want to be looking out for those swaps onto him. Obviously, I stunned the healer in the middle of the map. I think he order mastered my silence, so kind of my B, but they're all dying anyways. I mean, pick your target here. The mage cauterizes, the warrior's half HP, trying to have good dot uptime on everybody. This is why I think Damnation is a strong pick, even though you might have more opportunities to free cast. Just constantly having dots on all 3 targets is going to be really good for you. My cat seemed to agree that triple dotting is the best way to go in this comp, particularly because it's going to the healer faster. It's going to maximize your damage. It's going to create more kill windows, meaning you can, swap targets. Like I said, you don't always have to like pick a linear target and just tunnel it. You want to hit whatever's in the open. In terms of advice for positioning, nice fake on the mind games there, by the way. In terms of positioning, whoever is going to get trained should run away from the healer, and then the person that's not getting trained is going to intercept the healer and kind of cut him off. So before they're on my Moonkin, and I pushed in on the priest, did a little setup on him. Now they're back on the Moonkin. I'm standing on top of the healer, partially because we don't want him to drink, but also it'll be much easier for me to keep dots on him. If I'm near him, it'll be easier for me to land my CC, be easier to prevent him from CCing. There's just a lot of advantages to playing on top of the enemy healer, because you're not going to get punished for it, and if they do start going on you, you can just run away. This part tilts me here because I just watched this back and I go void for him and I just don't void bolt for like 8 global cooldowns, so I lost a lot of DPS there, and DPS is going to be very important in this comp. You want to, like I said, maximize your damage, get to dampening. We force trinket and fade from the priest there. Perhaps could have trinketed this clone, but since we got trinket and fade, we're pretty happy with this. See what's happening with the positioning. My Moonkin runs away from the healer. I'm kind of getting aligned, so my goal is to get back on top of their healer, stop his drink. He gets a couple ticks, but that's okay. Gonna fear him up, dot him up, make sure we get dots on everybody as soon as possible. I just mind games this feral here during their kill attempt, and he's forced to go bear, so not too bad of a trade. Ideally, we want to mind games with a little bit more CC, so it's more effective, but like I said, just PvE, do damage, and things will work out in the long run. So now that they're starting to hit me, would be a good idea for me to push away, but it looks like they're going back to Boomkin, so I'll stay out. Stun the priest in the middle of the map. Because I'm playing on top of him, it's very easy to do these frequent tiny setups. even if I didn't kill him there, what I stopped was him getting the mind games or him getting the fear on my shaman. Now that he does get the fear, my shaman's already gotten a couple heals off. I can easily mass dispel, and we're looking to just do max damage again. So I'm even going to dot the pets here. Void form, PI. I know this feral can die. He's got no kick. I fade the cyclone. Mind games, death, boom, dies out of his line. So it's all about positioning. Like if the hunter had been in that spot, I would have done the same thing to the hunter. If the priest was out of position, I would have done the same thing to the priest. So I'm getting some words of advice on my messages from Dippy, the Moonkin Overlord. If you guys have any questions, Dippy Cat on Twitch. He is the Necro Lord Moonkin Master. Definitely one of the best out there. So we love harassing healers. We don't want them to have any fun. This guy's in the middle of the map. He's going to pay for it. So we scare him off with this void form, fake the kick with mind games. He actually dispels because I think he thought the mind games went off. So I baited his dispel on accident, mind games, and win in the opener. Going on the healer is always going to create great pressure. It's going to make him back off. The DPS will be a little bit more scared as well to play the game. All right, this game, I'm taking from my stream, so the quality is going to be slightly worse, so sorry about that. Should still be like 720p or so. Against melee cleaves, we are super strong. Moonkin Spriest is all about just max damage, and they're forced to kind of sit in the open and hit you, which is actually really refreshing because every time I play with like a warrior or a DH or something, I'm constantly losing to melee cleaves, and it's so annoying. It's probably like one of the most frequent questions I get, like, stop, how do I do damage versus melee cleaves? They just shut me down and out pressure me. As this comp, you won't have that issue. You're just going to PvE. Whoever gets trained will kite the enemies away, and then whoever isn't getting trained is going to harass the healer. So you see they weren't on me, so I'm pushed up on CD. I go for the stun there. Kind of fucked up my mind games, though, because I didn't have a VT, but either way, like I said, we just want to do max damage. Can't always have perfect setups as long as you're doing DPS. It's going to work out. I think I am playing Driven because I know I'm probably a better kill target than them. I might hit an Earthen Totem. I think that's their Earthen. So yeah, now I realize they're on me. Time to GTFO. We just want to move away, move away. Going to utilize Damnation and my Unfurling proc here to get my dots out. Door Shadows away. If they're on you, run away from the healer. Also communicate to your healer where you're planning to move, because I don't want to bring them too close to my shaman. So I'll tell my shaman just like move backwards. I have to come towards you. We don't want him being in range of like Incap and Death Grip and Mind Freeze and all that stuff. So we're going to constantly push away from them. And even though there's 3 kicks up, look at what I'm doing, guys. I'm just purging. I have Shadow Word Pain up. I don't really need to go for the VTs. I fake 2 of them. Now I can start going for VTs because there's no kicks. Mind Games Mez, he AMS's it, so I cancel. Probably want to Mind Game someone here. I should have Mind Games Trill and just killed him, actually. He's at 1%. Fuck, they had no interrupts either. Either way, just keep doing what we're doing. Instant cast. Don't worry about casting too much. So I faked both of them. Shaman has shear, but we get the mind games off. Just putting out good pressure here. Dotting all 3. Purging as much as we can. Shadow Crash off CD. Instant Void Form, actually, instead of Driven. I forgot. I feel like Driven with the DK's hard stop aura is kind of annoying. So now that they're going on the Moonkin, look at that. Instantly leaps away from the healer. I'm going to start switching out and pushing up. We get the silence, Shadow or Death. Game's over. So it's all pressure based. I mean, I should have killed Trill earlier. We probably could have killed the shaman. It's all situational on where the position is. Sorry, I had to take the RBG. Trying to gear up my rogue right now, man. I got 2102s with 207 item levels, so we're going for those duelist weps. Yeah, let's hop into the next game, though. Cool, here's another melee cleave game. I mostly had jungle cleave recorded on my hard drive, and the jungle games are so long, they can be like 10 or 12 minutes, so kind of hard to watch from beginning to end. Against cleaves, we're going to really just emphasize this dot pressure, spam purge, and do your best to make their positioning bad. So I don't want to be near the tomb. I want to be in the open as much as possible. Prioritizing the warrior right now. I get kicked on my dots. That was kind of a bad play. I think it's better to just maybe throw up a pain. Void Bolt. I should be dumping my insanity here. I silence the druid to stun the warrior. That's trinket, BM, parry. So we got a lot of cooldowns. All I need to do is purge. Ideally, keep that Shadow Word Pain up. I know they have 2 kicks right now, so it's kind of sketchy, but whatever. I get kicked. You can see my globals at the bottom. Purge, purge, purge. There's no kicks. Casting. Trying to dot the druid too, just to get a pain up on him. We get blinded. That's a-okay. think it's a bit of a defensive blind. I'm trying it out the Druid too, but you can see his positioning is just insane on that pillar there. Get the mind games off just while I'm separated from them. Not really focused on doing crazy goes here, just max PvE damage. Beam kicks him, we damnation as he's running away, and yep, that's the game. I mean, I didn't play that very well. We just automatically win because it's a cleave and we play Moonkin Spriest. Alright, we can finish the video off with this last game. We'll definitely try to queue this comp some more on the stream. Like I said, super strong ladder comp if you want to push rating or just have like a relaxing PvE experience. Put on some jazz music, you know, maybe some light instrumental, some piano or something, and sit back and do damage like it's a Mythic Plus. And if your healer is good and your boomkin's good, you guys can live for a while and set up those kills. It's a little tricky trying to like start the game out sometimes because people won't really want to just run in and attack you. We can kind of both poke them from different sides. As you see, the boomkin is hitting them on the other side and I come over here, so we kind of triangle them. I'm pushed up, so they're going to go me. That's fine. Stun sounds the shaman, just get some pressure out. Hop back into my shaman's line. I always want to spread out versus Frost DKs. It's kind of bad that I bring him close to the boomkin, but I am going to fade and just avoid this bullshit. They kind of baited my fade though because he only used the Abomination Limb. They didn't commit monk cooldown, so Disperse is going to be really my only survival tool. I might be able to fear the shaman. Looks like I'm looking for it. I fear them off of me instead. Trying to avoid using Disperse before the monk's cooldowns would be really important. Since there's 3 kicks up, casting not the greatest idea right now. Blind is the shaman. If the monk pops on me, I will Disperse here. Again, they're just baiting things though. They want me to use Fade and Disperse before the monk's Serenity one-shot. My BM will fall. Trying to get cast out. Okay, dots on everybody. This is good. One of the reasons why I played Instant Void Form last time is because I knew that I would probably be the target, and sometimes Driven doesn't have high value if you can't actually use Void Form early and then get back into it. So I spent a long time in that game not in Void Form when perhaps I could have just played Instant Void Form and had more success. When I go Void Form and my Moonkin Incarns, they're all just going to run away. We want to try to hit them without pushing in too far, so I'm still staying a good distance away. I don't really want to be on top of them, I just want to be able to hit them. So Trill's back in our LOS. Trying to focus on Nemez a little bit here. Windwalkers can dispel DP, and I find that they're less likely to dispel their teammates than themselves, so I'm always using DP on the DK. C2 dispels Mind Games, Triple Fear, and we just randomly went to just PvE damage, and that is basically the gist of the video, guys. Just PvE, purge as much as you can. Definitely take notes on the positioning. I feel like we had some good examples, we had some bad examples, but overall look forward to some TBC content. And if you guys are looking to do some like coaching sessions for Shadow Priest, I am gearing my rogue, who is right here. Where is he? Oh, he's right over here on my other window. Let me pull him in. He's looking for some RBGs right now, but if you want to do some low CR3s like 1600, 1500, I'm just trying to spam games to upgrade my gear. So I'm happy to do some 3s and hop in voice and maybe give some tips and just have fun. So hit me up for that in the Discord. Stay tuned for more streams and content. Thanks for watching.